Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Stockport. Now, we're on the page of Connor DeMeo, who has returned from injury, and I think that him not being in the team actually did have an effect. I don't think Paul Turnbull was anywhere near as good in that role as DeMeo is, playing slightly deeper. I still think we need a sort of first choice defensive midfielder. That's the one area that I'm still looking for, but I do think that DeMeo just gives us that little bit more when he's in the team. I'm stuck. I want to do something similar to you with another team like Stockport in a different country. I found a few teams that have piqued my interest in the following countries. I can't decide which team to go for. You might give me a shove in the right direction. And on that same note, serious question, I'm struggling with FM19 and getting bored. What would you recommend? I don't know if that means you're struggling with the tactics or finding a save that you enjoy. Sometimes just picking a random team, and you literally can do that, there's an option to do it, can be the best way, and then you fall in love with that team. But I'm going to open this up to everybody in the comments. Help these guys out. Put some interesting save ideas in the comments. Those of you, obviously, that are interested in that, have a little look through if you see anything you're interested in. Hey, thank those people, because the comment sections are usually very good to find this kind of stuff, and I'm opening it up, so hopefully they'll find you some interesting stuff. I bet you won't read this out. Well, you were wrong, weren't you? There you go. And I know I've just opened myself up to that happening in the future, but you can't resist sometimes. We need more random jokes at Proudy's expense. Yeah, I don't know, that just kind of slipped out. I love Proudy. So those of you that don't know who Proudy is, do go and check out his Twitch channel. I've put a link in the description to this video. Just great streamer, basically. Just go over there and follow. It's a fun time. What leagues do you have loaded up at your save? Well, I'm going to show you, because apparently you want to start a save with Blarth Speetons, and who wouldn't want to start a save with Blarth Speetons at this point? That actually hurts to say. Sounds like a Doctor Who character. So, league-wise, this is all I'm working with currently. We've got England all the way down to Conference North and South. I'll maybe turn this one off as we go higher up. Got the top 2 leagues in Republic of Ireland, top 2 leagues in Northern Ireland, top 4 leagues in Scotland, and of course the top league in Wales. I've only got these leagues on at the moment because this is where we're going to be able to sign players from over the next few seasons. When we start to get towards championship kind of level, I feel like at some point we will hopefully get there, then I will turn on some of the other leagues around Europe so we can start scouting the regens, because you know I cannot wait to get to that point, because the regens for me, always my favourite part of any save, and the quicker we can start signing some of them and get some more Bruno Bridges in the team, the better. It's the best part. So, we've had a few games off camera. We're back today for a game against Notts County, which I said in the last episode would probably be a big face-off at the top, and it nearly wasn't. It really nearly wasn't. So first off, the back of that win against Halifax Town, we went to Maidstone, the team that knocked us out of, I think it was the FA Cup last year. I think it must have been the FA Cup. And we played quite well and just got buggered. Elliot remained ball over the top this time. They did break the offside trap. He scored for Maidstone, and it's frustrating because they didn't create a lot other than that, really. They had a few little key passes that came through for Holroyd in the midfield, but we were still probably the better side in this game and just could not get the win. We've had a few of these now where the team just doesn't seem to quite link up properly. Banton just became a bit anonymous. And in the next game, it was an incredibly similar story. A 2-0 defeat, this time away at Fylde. Fylde, a much better side, right in the playoff spots. And, you know, goal from Danny Philliskirk, that was their first shot of the game right before half-time. We'd done well, but it just wasn't the case. Danny Rowe with a headed goal. Both of those, in fact, were headed goals for Fylde. The crosses got in, and they got that. We didn't get beaten behind this time. They managed to get some crosses in, which was poor. I think it's because Bruno Bridges had to start this game, and he didn't do a great job at protecting us from that. He's still learning, the youngster. But other than that, we still played well and probably should have had a couple of goals ourselves. 2 games without scoring, 2 straight defeats, and again, starting to slide down, and things just aren't going well. Thankfully, Torquay United were 20th in the league, and we were able to sort of exert ourselves a bit in this game, but it still took a while. Early days were still very, very poor from us. Thankfully, Scott Duxbury made a brilliant run in from the left-hand side to get on the end of a Paris Magoma pass when the ball deflected out to him, drilled it to the bottom corner, and got his first goal of the season. So that was nice for Scotty Duxbury to get a goal, and it wasn't a free kick either. The marching band plays on, and then we did sort of wrap things up with Jason Banton finally doing something. It's been a while, getting us the overall winner, if you like, with a few minutes to go. But then Rory Keating did get a goal, and it's frustrating because it was one of those situations where your defender tackles the ball and it knocks it straight into the path of their on-running player, and he's in. But other than that, Torquay didn't really do a lot, and that's fine. We got the win, though, and I think that really helped us. I don't think me giving that negative team talk accidentally at the end of the last episode helped at all. Thankfully, though, we then came up with this, by far our best performance of the season. An absolute walloping of Dagenham and Redbridge. 10th in the league, Dagenham and Redbridge as well. Goal for Ashley Palmer, goal for Jake Cope. Darren Stevenson actually started this game because I was so annoyed at Banton, and I'm starting to feel what you guys feel about Biscuit Boy now, about how he just doesn't seem to try that hard. He gets in positions to score occasionally, but he's not going to bust a gut to get in those positions, whereas this was the goal that Darren Stevenson scored was textbook Rocket Stevenson, i.e. where the ball was out on the the right-hand side with Jake Cope. He's flying down the other wing. Cope then has the option for the early cross, finds it at the back post, and Stevenson's in there. Banton just doesn't get those kind of goals for us, really. And Stevenson was phenomenal in this game again. Got himself his goal. Fantastic. Paris Magoma got one as well. And Alec Moodymoo coming on for Jack Payne, who's picked up an injury, unfortunately, drilling one in the bottom corner for 5-0. Easily the best performance we've had in this save. Phenomenal. Off the back of some reasonably poor results. Unfortunately, Jack Payne's twisted ankle means a month out of the team. And that means long throws are going to take a bit of a hit. So we'll have to make do. We've not scored that many from long throws this season either. Corners have certainly got a bit better, though, in recent games, which is nice. With that, we find ourselves sitting in second spot. Orient really did start to pull a gap at one point, but they've had a few little dropped points in recent matches, and as a result, it's allowed everybody else to sort of catch up. We were slipping quite severely, down to 5th, I believe, at one point, but those back-to-back wins now and the huge win against Dagenham really has seen us consolidate ourselves in the playoff spots again. Only 2 points off the top, but they do still have that game in hand. But we're still looking good. 39 points from 19 games. You can't really go wrong with that. Jake Cope has now crept onto the assist chart with his 8 assists and 3 goals this year. Phenomenal performance. He's now 4-star rated in our team as well. Just quickly show you him now. If there's any players you want me to specifically show you, do let me know in the comments, because I'm always stuck for who to choose. So let me know who you want to see and I will show them, absolutely. But yeah, Jake Cope has really made that position his own now. I genuinely expected Anthony would be the guy and Cope would be his understudy, but Cope has proved me wrong and has just been playing phenomenally well this season. Definitely one of our best performers in the entire team, frankly. While we're at it, finances, 1.5 mil in the bank. Still got a decent amount of wage budget to spare. I did try to go after Adam Mitchell from Salford. I've had him on my list for a while. He's a very good player. He was released or ended his contract with Salford, so I thought, right, we'll get him for free. He wanted so much money, like a lot. He wanted like 1.9k. I'm not paying $2,000 a week for a defender like that. That would be like double what anyone else on the entire team is on. And that was with me trying to negotiate stuff down for them. It just wasn't happening. And I'm not going to put us into financial difficulties just for that, you know. We're actually making a lot of money at the moment, and it's very nice. These projections don't even seem to take into a lot of this stuff into account, because we're just making money hand over fist at the moment because we're being so stringent with our wage funds. It's great. And speaking of Jason Banton earlier, we have a rumour propping up about this lad. Not sure how true this is, but I heard a rumour that in an attempt to win over the new fans after taking Darren Stevenson's place, Jason Banton has started doing a Balotelli and giving out wads of cash to random fans in Stockport Centre. Some local media are reporting that his massive wage makes him out of touch with the common man. His massive wage of £900 a week, which I suppose makes him one of the highest paid players at the club. Ooh, he's not looking good, is he? But I do think that I prefer Darren Stevenson. I put him in for the Dagenham Redbridge game and we won 5-0. Banton will come back in today because there's not been enough time in between, but part of me is starting to wonder if Darren Stevenson might be making a comeback into our first team squad to win back his place from evil Biscuit Boy here, Jason Banton. I just realised I've started calling him Biscuit Boy for some reason, because apparently, like you said, he's made of biscuits, and I quite like that analogy, so Biscuit Boy he shall be from now on. So, few problems. Obviously, Jack Payne can't start today, but we're going to make do. Magoma's going to move into that spot, and we'll bring in Moodymoo, which is what I did in the last game, and it actually worked out quite nicely. DeMeo is now back, which is great. Makhmutovic, no way in hell he's starting this game. He is absolutely just dead on his feet. So we're going to go with the cheesy back two of Palmer John. And actually, Palmer's not looking great too, but we have no other options there right now. I've actually let Jordan Keane go out on loan because he was complaining, and that was just seemed like a sensible idea. DeMeo's still not fully fit yet because he was out for a while, but I'm sure he'll be fine. You know what? I'm actually tempted to stick Darren Stevenson in the team still. He's still got 95% match sharpness. Banton just wouldn't have had that. I'm going to go with Dazza again and see if he can impress again tonight. Maybe he can win himself a place back in the team. I'm more interested in form right now. Jake Cope I nearly dropped, but then he's actually picked it up lately in the last few matches again, so I've given him another chance. Thompson Brissett is doing okay as well. A few little poor performances, but most of the time he's linking the line quite nicely, and he does seem to have stuck a claim on himself being our number one striker for the moment. Even though he's not scoring loads of goals, I'm not that bothered. So on the bench, we're going to go with BB, of course, Jason Banton, because you never know when you need that, Jayden Anthony, and of course George Danaher, who's just really become a bit of a forgotten man at the moment because of JTB performing reasonably well for us. He was never going to be our top scorer this year because we don't really have an Mbo style of play. I honestly think that our top scorer this year is going to come from that inside forward rung, and it might well be Darren Stevenson again. Can you imagine if he comes back now in a resurgence and ends up being the top scorer this season? It's unlikely, but you never know. So, County have a deep lying forward. Okay, they've literally stolen. They've actually stolen our system. I shit you not. This is outrageous. They've got apart from a halfback here, they have the exact same system as us. A winger on the right, inside forward with an overlapping wing back. Fair enough. A deep line forward setting things up with a box to box and a deep line playmaker. Who's the Notts County manager, and why has he been peering over my shoulder? those are definitely my backup options. I've got a few little tactical ideas jotted down that I might try when things start to go pear-shaped at some point in this save to make us even stronger. But I'm content for now that we're doing okay. Knocked down. Hemmings. Good tackle there from Duxbury. Here we go. Our first potential chance of the game. Moody Moo. I was interested to see what Moody Moo and Magoma can do in the midfield. Oh, what a bloody hell. What a header from JTB. He's hit that like a JCB. That was insane. Dulwich are winning their game as well. We're currently top of the league. What about that? DeMeo with the ball through, but how did he get the power on that header? Unless it was just an absolutely perfect flick. He did this once before. Ball over the top. Just gets a little... Oh my God. Yeah, that is an outstanding header from JTB there. 6th of the season for him. Here we go. Magoma. It's in the back of the net. We're 2-0 up inside 15 minutes. Wow. Magoma's 6th goal of the season, along with JTB grabbing his 6th goal of the season. And we're 2-0 up at Meadow Lane against Notts County. What about that for a free kick? Magoma. Someone warn me about Magoma in that you will get those, and we have got them. My God. That's postage stamp stuff. It's 2-0, though. This could just be an early days kind of situation, though. They could easily... Oh, my God. Thompson Brissett. Oh, over the crossbar. That could have been 3-0. What on earth is going on at Notts County? Here we go again. It's been a very even start to this game, in all honesty. We've not been 2-0 good. It's just been 2 moments of absolute brilliance from 2 very good players. Oh, Hemmings has broken the back line. Oh, well. That 13th goal of the season for Kane Hemmings. But in all honesty, I didn't think he actually had. I thought we'd done all right. And then the defender just... Let's have a look at this. Ball over the top. And the defender's got a decent run on him. And then... Oh, no. He tries to slide in. Bad play from Cameron John there. Not great. Kane Hemmings, 2-1. Okay, this gets interesting now. To be honest, we've not played well in this first half at all and definitely didn't deserve to be in front. Look at the space out wide. Hemmings there, great tackle. Half-time, Notts County 1, Stockport 2. Early goals from JTB and Paris Magoma. Good goals, like excellent goals, but we haven't really created much outside of that. This is the sort of game that we'd probably be losing. Not great. I think we're going to have to go for poor shots to touches ratio. Yeah, okay, so we might have to go a bit more work ball into the box, try and stretch them a bit. Now, yes, I could drop the line deeper, but I don't believe in that style of play at the moment. We're doing what we're doing by not doing that, and I'm not going to try and change things at the moment. If we can see because of a ball over the top, then we do. We've got an ethos here, guys. We've got a playing style. We have a playing philosophy at the moment, and that is high lines. This game is still very much in the balance at the moment. Like, I do not know what to make of it. Duxbury, Palmer. Oh, what a ball. Darren Stevenson into the space. Can he find a cross? He must. Thompson Brissett. Oh, he's hit the crossbar. Good chance. Good play. Okay, so changes. Elliot Kebby is on a yellow, and he's looking like a bit of a rogue one at the moment. So we might go and get... do we get Bridges? We didn't really have much choice in that, do we? Jake Cope, not had the best game. Maybe this could be a day for Jayden Anthony. Here we go. Just hold on or grab a 3rd goal. Either is fine. Moody Moo. I'm just worried about us potentially losing the ball and maybe getting caught on the counter in these positions, but I guess it's a risk. Bruno Bridges! Oh, imagine if Bruno Bridges had scored. Come on, guys. Very little time to go. We're actually dominating at the moment. Bruno, oh, what a chance that was as well. Oh, we've still got 1 sub to go, and I think Darren Stevenson's run his race today. Maybe Jason Bantam will just stand around at the back post and nick something late on. Come on, Duxbury. Look at that. Palmer's completely unmarked. Oh, what a chance. Ashley Palmer again. Oh, it's put in the back of the net by Jason goddamn Bantam. Oh, he's gone in there like a biscuit barrel, and he's made it 3-1. He just hangs around. It's great. He's a goal hanger. Him and Darren Stevenson have very different styles of play for that same role. Like, Bantam, does he even move? So he's sort of jotting around, gets into a good position, and he's just there. He's got very good positioning, it seems. He's getting in those positions, but he isn't going to bust a gut to get there. 3-1 away from home. Good performance. I'm actually really pleased with it. In the second half, we've actually really stepped it up a notch. Only scored the 1 goal, but we were vastly the better side in the second half. I don't think they even had a shot. That is a great win. 3-1 away at Notts County. Goals for JTB, Paris Magoma, and Jason Biscuit Bantam. Love it. That really is one of those feel-good wins. We're right up there now. And Orient, did they lose? They did. They lost 2-0 at home to Salford City. I was thinking about doing a double live com with Barnet, potentially, because they're good, and Bluffs Beatons, but there's the Orient game here. And that's about the perfect length away. And come on, you know you want to see us play against Leyton Orient. That's going to be a top-of-the-table clash. The clash for the ages. So I feel like we kind of have to do that game, really. So that's what we're going to do in the next episode. I promise we'll do a double live com soon. We'll just pick one at random. Maybe we'll do Wrexham and Eastleigh, just because, so you can see a bit more of the team. But I just want to show you the big games. And yeah, I don't like to do too many off-camera games in a double live com episode because it means it's way too long with me explaining everything like that. But yeah, so if you've enjoyed this episode, we've won 3 on the bounce now after a couple of poor defeats. We're kind of very fits and starts at the moment. Then drop a like on the video, that'd be smashing. And if you are new to the channel and are enjoying the content, what's the word I'm looking for? Subscribe, the big red one. I'll see you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.